Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com. We're getting a lot of questions on how to fit a waist harness, how to correctly put it on, size it, and get the one that you really is going to get close to what you like. Now, what I have here, this is the Kind Pyro. It's a waist harness. You can see there's no leg straps. That's what a lot of people say, simply what determines a seat harness to a waist harness. A waist harness does not have the leg straps and fits around your upper body here, not in your lower waist. It's right around the center part of it. So when you put on the harness, we'll have some people lower it down like this. That's incorrectly putting on a waist harness. You want to bring it up. It's right below the rib cage, right in here on me. And you will see there's elastic belts in here. A lot of people don't understand this. They'll pick up one of these harnesses, they'll grab these belts, and they'll say, oh man, that's about it. That's where it's adjusted to. Every harness out there, it's a waist harness, has an elastic. These are elastic, so pull them out all the way on each side. The newer the harness, the tighter these are. So what you want to do is you want to pull it out, go across, and then go across again. And you can see there's also the elastic right here, the waistband, a lot of these, and you're going to adjust them out. So now I pull that back across, and I've got this put on there perfectly without the bar. Now, sizing a harness is very important. What you want to do is on the inside here, here's the edge of the harness. This is the belt, the elastic belt. You can see those sides on each side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lash this across. Now, the most important is get this bar. Where the harness ends, which is right here, you can see where my finger is, you want that bar to overlap no less than at least 1 to 1.5 inches. So if this was a wrong size, it was too small, this would not overlap the harness right here. It'd be about, it'd be very far out like that. You want it to be at least 1.5 to 2 inches overlap on here. That gets you your right size. Now, another thing is you want to make sure that you have adjustability left. These harnesses, when they get wet and over time, they will stretch. And as they stretch, you need to make sure that you have some adjustment on each side of the harness. You can see here, I've got plenty. My buckles are back here where this strap is going to, and I've got it pretty good and tight, and I still have some adjustability. So I want to show you that. That's the most important in knowing the size. So I'm going to put my fingers right where the belt is, and you can see where they overlap. That's very important. If it's too far out, you want to go up to the larger size. This is a medium on me, and I'm about a 32 waist in the Pyro. Now, the other thing that's very, very important in adjusting a harness is these buckles. There are so many people that will get these straps and just pull and try to get it tighter and tighter just by pulling. You don't want to do that. Use it like a ratchet. Pull back, then zip forward. Back, and zip forward. And it just keeps ratcheting tighter, back, and it just tightens up all the way around. So remember that. All these little buckles, these ladder lock buckles, are made to go back like that, keep tension, and work it forward. Inch by inch, a little bit more, and it will get pretty darn tight on you. And you want to make sure that waist type harness, you want to get them pretty good and snug. That keeps them from riding up on you. As you can see how slender I am here, that's a big problem I have with waist harnesses, that I gradually start sliding up and go under my armpits. So getting one that has a lot of good structure to it, it's very important. Now I want to talk about is how much surface area back here. A lot of harnesses, if you want to go down, if I wanted a little bit less surface area, I could probably go down to a small. Again, this is a medium, and now that I've tightened them up, these pads in here, I still have some room in here to let them slide forward. If they're at all touching each other, you've got it way too big. But what happens is if I went down to a smaller harness, it also will decrease the surface area here along my back sides. So it's all personal preference. It's like wearing a pair of tennis shoes. You don't know if it's the right one until you really put it on, get everything cinched down, and get that feeling on there. But it's very important. You'll see a lot of these have a hold down strap as well. That is a good thing to keep the bar from riding up on you. As you know, when you're kiteboarding, the kite is above your head a lot of the times. And what happens is this bar will start to slide up, and these edges over here will push into you. The Kinds change their bar pad a lot, and the bar pad follows the bar itself and keeps it from touching on you. Now, here's another one here. This is a Mystic. Just show you some of the shaping in here. This is a full molded in here. Now, the molding inside of a harness will grip onto you a lot more than just a neoprene type harness. Is it bad or good? It's all personal preference. If you're riding in the surf, there's neoprene. It'll allow the harness to spin on you a little bit more and move. It won't grip to your body and lock off like a lot of these harnesses. Again, it's personal preference. If you like that, then go for that. But that's what this molding is in here for. It will definitely stick to you. It's a rubberized, thermal molded type foam in here, and a lot of harnesses have that on there. Anyway, the Mystic here, as you can see, again, they have elastic belts. They're not as stiff as the Dakine. It's not that it's a bad thing, it's just a little bit different. Their bar pad, as you can see, their bar is out in the open here. That's one thing that Dakine has gotten rid of, because I think they were having these edges roll down. We haven't heard any issues from customers about having any issues with that. They have a one buckle side, but they have a V spread in it, whereas the Dakine has two here. Basically works the same exact way. It does have that hold down strap. So sizing a harness is very important. Getting the edges that are soft here to keep you from rashing around the top or the bottom part of it. But again, it's personal preference. I hope these little tips will help you out. If you have any questions at all of which harness to pick, we have a lot of experienced riders here, and we can get something to fit you right. That's Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com to make sure you get the right gear.